Welcome to this week's edition of Afternoon Delight. I am one of your hosts, Ashley Kalbus.
I'm Meredith Ketzler.
And I'm Pauline Brown.
All right, so let's jump into some hot, juicy gossip, because who doesn't like gossip? Let's talk about Kim Kardashian. So actually, she starts talking about her high-risk pregnancy. You guys know she's pregnant again, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so her first baby, she actually suffered from a couple problems. And basically what happened was I guess it's like a little TMI. But this is her quote. "My doctor had to stick his entire arm in me and detach the placenta with his hand, scraping away from my uterus with his fingernails." So that causes a little problem. So she's actually super worried about it, and she's expecting her baby boy around Christmas.
It's a Christmas baby.
But do you think she should be worried?
I think so. Then again, I don't know much about that topic.
Yeah, but it's just like a condition that you can't prevent. It can happen and it can't happen. It just depends. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. She should really be worried because it's not predicted that it's going to happen again. Rather, she's just probably making a fuss about it because she's a baby.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I agree.
So what else is going on in the Kardashian world?
Well, Kendall defends her relationship with her sister Kylie after they publicly fought on their dumb show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Sorry, I'm not a fan of them.
Neither.
All I hear about is them, and look at me talking about them. But Kendall goes on to say they've always they fight like sisters do, and she couldn't do anything without her sister. Blah, blah, blah. And another thing that they got in a fight about was Kendall blog posted that her sister was the biggest effing B word. And that also caused tension. But apparently their relationship is still good.
I mean, sister fights can break out. I have a twin sister, and you say some things sometimes, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're still sisters and you get over it.
And do you think about with the Kardashians, they have multiple times had public fights, hitting each other with purses, and they make up. It's all better now.
That's what family does. I mean,
siblings will fight. It's kind of part of being a family.
Right. I think that's I don't know. I just think they're making a big deal out of nothing. It's
exactly.
a fight.
The Kardashians are really good at making a big deal out of nothing.
That's very true. I like the Kardashians to an extent.
I'm over it. I'm over them.
I was never into them at all.
Did you say they got hit by some eggs or what?
Yeah, I can see how Kylie and Kendall would have a little tension. They were promoting their new fashion line in Australia, and there was an audience member that threw eggs and tomatoes at them. And apparently they dodged it and they didn't actually get hit, but then it was reported that the woman that did throw the eggs was arrested. And she was a 30-year-older on the higher floor of a mall, and she just threw several eggs down at them. So
I think that's a little harsh. Even no matter if you love or hate the Kardashians, throwing eggs and tomatoes at people, really, there's a more adult way to approach disliking somebody.
Just ignoring them in the first place.
Yeah, if you don't like them, why are you even there? Why even stop and acknowledge what's going on, their fashion show or whatever? Because I know they did bring out their holiday line, but if you don't like it, walk on by.
I thought throwing of tomatoes and eggs only happened in cartoons. So
yeah, or medieval times, something like that.
I mean, it probably wasn't a coincidence either that she just walked past them at the mall. She obviously went to the grocery store, got the eggs, had full intent of what to do with that poultry.
She was prepared. I'll give her that.
Okay, well, also, so Adele's been in the news a lot lately because she has her new album coming out. But of course, the one issue everybody always brings up with Adele is her weight. And I don't think she has a problem. Like, there are people who have more weight than others. And a couple of things she said. She says, I do have body image problems, but I don't let them rule my life at all. And there's bigger issues going on in the world now than how I feel about myself and stuff like that. And she continues and says, and I don't want the insecurities and things in my life. And she has insecurities, of course, but she doesn't hang out with anyone who points them out to me. And I definitely think that's a good word of advice from Adele. Mm-hmm. Like, why do we have to focus on people's images? Like, everybody's different. We should embrace the different beauties that everybody has. Like, it sounds real political, but I mean, there's obviously bigger issues, like she says, going on in the world to talk about than her weight. And I do think that she is beautiful.
Oh, she is beautiful.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, like, especially with society, we're moving forward with positive body images for everyone, and Adele is just one of the many celebrities that kind of help fuel a lot of teenagers with low self-esteem just to be happy with their bodies and not worry about what other people think.
Well, even Jennifer Lawrence got some heat. Like,
yeah.
It's probably, like, I don't know if she still is now, but they're saying that she was, like, one of the bigger celebrities, and she's perfect looking. So it's like, I don't know what the tabloids and all that are talking about half the time. So
Right. I do know that, like, Melissa McCarthy and, like, what's her name, Rebel Wilson, they made a pact together, like, starting last year, that they said that no matter, like, what happens to them, they are not going to, like, lose weight because of Hollywood. Like, they're just going to, they said if anything, they wanted to gain weight. So I just thought that was really cool.
Well, speaking of Jennifer Lawrence, so her and the cast of The Hunger Games, Liam Neeson and Josh Hutcherson, I can't talk.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yes,
Yeah.
Liam Hemsworth, yep. And so they've been traveling to Beijing, London, and Madrid around the country, around the continent for promoting Hunger Games. And there's a picture of Liam Hemsworth with a panda bear hat and holding Jennifer Lawrence's Valentino bag on the Great Wall of China. And he goes on to say that she just got tired of carrying it, like a typical Jennifer Lawrence, and he thought it really added to the shot, the whole panda bear and with the big Valentino bag. And I just thought, oh, that kind of shines his personality a little bit.
I mean, he did have some negative views about him after his breakup with Miley, which I have some information about. Liam and Miley, apparently, Miley gave him advice because she is just a dog lover herself. Gave him advice about getting a new dog. They're not getting back together. They're just good friends. That's what a source said. And but Miley did help him pick out the perfect dog. So I guess they've made amends since their breakup. That's good news.
I mean, I guess I was more Team Liam in the sense that I'm sick of hearing about Miley Cyrus too.
Right.
I would never get sick of Miley.
Why is that?
Fan since Hannah Montana days.
Even her craziness stage, you're still okay with that?
I've never heard of that. What crazy?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Same old Miley.
Well, speaking of crazy celebrities, so Blake Shelton, you guys know who he is. Like, he's really picked up his name at The Voice.
Country singer.
Yes.
Right?
He had a mullet in the 90s, and I do know we have a picture. So he, in his high school photos from the 90s, he had a mullet, and he quoted and said, "I think the worst thing you can do is blend in, so why would you ever want to blend in?" So he definitely stood out.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, he's definitely quite the looker right there.
He grew up to be a very good looking, other than that picture.
Yeah, so I just thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't really think Blake Shelton would ever have a mullet. I never saw that coming. Or
Well,
glasses.
before he got super big with all the Voice, he actually did have long hair.
That's very true.
So I guess I could see that country boy having a mullet. Because, you know, his hair was pretty much as long as mine, and then one day he chopped it off, and I was like, whoa, hello.
true.
Hello, Mr. Blake Shelton.
I heard that he's dating Gwen Stefani.
Yep.
Okay, that's a little weird for me. I would think singers date country singers, but
Well,
I guess
Miranda.
right.
but
They were over
They're
now.
no longer, which is really sad. I love that duo.
I think there's too much drinking in that relationship, and that may have pulled people apart in that one. But yeah, I don't know. As long as he's happy, it's whatever.
That's very true. Speaking of happiness, Nathan Kress just got married this weekend. If you remember Nathan Kress, he was Freddie on iCarly. He got married to his sweetheart, and Jeanette McCurdy, Miranda Cosgrove, and Jerry Traynor all attended the wedding. So that was a good thing to see. Celebrities are still having their ties, and apparently it was a really nice wedding.
See, I saw that picture on Instagram. I never watched the show, so I didn't really understand until I read the caption. Because I was like, I have no idea who you are, but good for you.
It's just crazy because, you know, when we were watching them, it felt like they were kids, and now everyone's getting married. Getting old.
Well, speaking of marriages, I found that a Tennessee couple that has been married for more than 70 years also celebrated their 100th birthday together. So I think that is pretty fantastic. Relationship goals right there. She got him a blue jacket with initials on it, and apparently that was like one of the greatest gifts he's gotten. And they like were childhood friends. There is a picture of them, I guess, that he showed at their party when they were 4, and then they were high school sweethearts. So it's just too perfect to be real.
So, wait, do they have the same birthday then?
It's like a couple days apart.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we might as well celebrate it together.
Yeah, might as
have
well.
one birthday party, one great birthday party.
The big 100, I mean, why not?
Right? That's crazy, even people being 100. I can't imagine what life will be like when I'm 100.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I can't imagine when I'm 25.
If they're 100, if it's 100 years old and they had 70th anniversary, they got married when they're 30. I feel like that's kind of old for like their time.
Yeah,
to get married.
Yeah,
like,
my mom got married when she was 22.
But even like, and
Especially
if they're
that
high school
age,
sweethearts
right.
and things, like, I wonder why they waited to get married till they were 30.
But maybe that's one reason
There's a drama.
they're so together. I mean, if they wait and just, you know, until they're really ready to get married, maybe that means that their marriage will prevail longer.
Right.
I mean, 70 years, 100th birthday. I mean, hopefully there's much longer. I mean, wow, that's quite interesting. Fascinating.
Well, speaking of birthdays, today's birthday, Rachel McAdams' birthday is today. She's turning 37, and I hope I look as good as her when I'm 37.
Yeah,
And
wow.
Ryan Gosling's birthday, because we're gonna just connect them
Oh,
to
yeah.
he just turned 35 a couple days ago on November 12th. So yeah, I love Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling. Like, I feel like those two worked so perfectly together.
I love how like
everything.
versatile Rachel Adams is with her movies. Like, she can be in comedy movies like Mean Girls and romantic movies like The Notebook, and yeah, I like her a lot too.
She also plays like a tomboy role in the movie The Family Stone, which is a Christmas movie. That's a really good movie. If you haven't
yeah,
seen
I
it.
have
I
seen
love
that
that movie.
one, yeah.
But she's like the tomboy, so it's really interesting, especially the contrast between that character and like Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Like, totally opposite sides of the spectrum.
It just shows how like good of an actress she is. So like she can play the mean girl, or she can play in Ryan Gosling's Love. And
But Ryan Gosling,
Ryan Gosling.
he tops those charts. But anyway,
Well, yeah, look at him. Missed the picture. Looks pretty nice.
He is an attractive man, for sure.
I don't know if he has any new movies coming out, really. Thinking about it, though. Like, I haven't heard much about him lately. The only thing he said about his birthday is he's just going to go home and have some cake. So he's real excited about cake. That's about it.
That sounds like a good birthday to me.
Yeah. I'm at that stage already, and I'm not 35, but cake is a good birthday. That's all I need for my birthday.
It's the only criteria.
Exactly.
Chocolate cake. Yep.
Exactly. So, well, we're going to take a look at some perfect pets, and we'll be back with some more gossip.
My name is GaoZie. I love being scratched underneath my neck and getting loved. I need a home.
Hi, I'm Casanova. I'm practically fearless in the way that I'm not afraid to say hello.
My name's Tyson. Be careful when you pet me. I'll start licking and giving you a little love nibble.
I'm Autumn. I'm only 8 months old, but they say I'm the sweetest and most snuggly girl ever.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. Okay, so let's just dig into something really weird. So this Pasafrian woman is allowed to wear a pasta strainer on her head in her driver's license. She just had that photo taken the other day, and she says it cites religious beliefs. She's a woman from Massachusetts, and she said she did it in the name of freedom of religion. What? So she quoted, "Absolutely loves the history and the story of Pasafrians, a religious group that is otherwise known as the Church of Flying Spaghetti Monster." What? She opted to wear a strainer on her head as part of her religious observance. She added, much the same way that other religions have their own headwear of choice. So this religion has existed for a while now, I guess. It's been in secrecy for hundreds of years, and I can see why it would remain a secret. It's obviously very, very strange. Mm-hmm. I don't know who would put their beliefs in a flying spaghetti monster.
What is a flying spaghetti monster? I'm picturing a ball with a face on, like a ball of spaghetti, just like...
Yeah, I'm picturing like googly eyes on like a mound of spaghetti.
That like
do they worship
the
flying spaghetti monster, or do they?
Do they eat it?
Do they?
It says that some claim that the church is purely a thought of experiment or satire, illustrating that intelligent design is not science. But it kind of talks about how they don't agree with like how Christians push creationism into public schools. So she says that these people are mistaken, and yeah, I don't know.
So they worship spaghetti. Not only spaghetti, a flying spaghetti monster.
I wonder if they have problems with carbs and stuff in their diet.
Maybe, like it haunts them.
Right.
Or they're all just big people.
Yeah.
I mean,
is it just spaghetti? Like, you know, could they do fettuccine?
What about like Alfredo? What about meatballs? Are meatballs included in that whole thing?
What about mac and cheese? Kraft.
I'm not really sure. What do you guys think about the, like, it's a symbol of, like, religion? Do you think that's okay? To, like, I mean,
that's what America's all about, freedom of religion. Well, not just freedom of religion, just freedom in general.
Freedom of and for.
Right, but freedom of religion as well.
I mean, because it says that, like, head coverings and hats aren't typically allowed in photos. So can you constitute, but it says that you can have religious reasons, but should she still be able to wear it?
I don't know. It sounds a little ridiculous to me.
What do you tell your children?
I feel like there's a reason they're not allowed to wear headwear. Like, it poses a threat that they wouldn't be getting the full picture of them, you know?
Right.
Like in a passport photo, you can't, like, smile because it can cover up your eyes. So it's a mug shot for your passport, essentially.
So, I mean, I can see why there's stress on that. But
yeah, speaking of mug shots.
Yeah, speaking of mug shots, there was a woman in Chattanooga, Tennessee, who was charged for attacking another woman with an axe for intimately hugging her boyfriend. So she told the cops. So apparently that's a good reason to take an axe and attack a woman. Yeah, look at that.
So she attacked another woman who was hugging her boyfriend?
Yes.
She went after her with an axe?
Yes. Because she was intimately hugging him. And she grabbed the axe, ran, and told everyone to watch out. So.
Okay, what constitutes as an intimate hug, first of all?
I don't know. I thought a hug was...
It was probably longer than 5 seconds. It's definitely
right. What about
thing.
hand position? Does that matter? I mean, obviously feeling up the butt, that's a thing. But, like, what constitutes as an intimate hug?
Did she call it an intimate hug? Because... that can mean anything if...
She told the police.
If she's also...
intimately hugging. I don't know what to do. Yeah. But, okay. But, yeah, so she was charged with attempted murder and $200,000 bond to get out. So
Wait,
it's like,
so was the other woman harmed at all?
Yes, she was missing several teeth and had a gash in her head. But I
Oh
want to
my
know how big the gash was and how. Because, like, if you're swinging an axe,
Dang,
I don't know.
that woman has problems. Okay, like, talk to him about it first. Don't go chasing after, like,
Why did she have
another
an axe?
woman. Yeah, like, where did... You just carry an axe?
And I thought I was the jealous type.
Right? I'm kidding. That's horrible. Horrible, horrible. People are nuts.
I agree.
But, so speaking of, like, problems, this is kind of more of a gloomy topic, but, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you guys know who he is, right? Okay, so he actually has been battling with depression, or he did, and that's, like, it led him to his wrestling career. So when he was actually younger, he was a big football player, and he was passed over by the NFL, and then he got cut from the Canadian Football League at the age of 23. So then that's kind of led to his, like, dark period of his life. And so after that, though, he like realized he wasn't alone, and he didn't want to go through it alone, and so he had, like, his family and friends, like, help him. And then that his father was a professional wrestler, so then he kind of, like, catered in, and that's when he did that. Because, like, if you know his professional wrestler, like, personality, he definitely is very confident and, like, in your face type character.
Yeah.
So I just
agree.
thought that was interesting. Like, I mean, we learn about people who have, like, depression, and it's just like Robin Williams was a very comedic man, but he battled with depression. So it's just interesting, like, the ways, like, people channel their energy and, like, get through their problems.
Yeah.
And it's also really good that they're spreading awareness of, like, depression and other mental disorders through celebrities. Not saying that celebrities should have mental disorders, but I think it helps with the people that idolize them and teens that feel alone. They know that that many celebrities face
Right,
the
like
same
a
problems.
sense of relatedness. Like, they know that, like, they made it out, they're okay. So I can do that too.
Right.
Like, kind of like a sense of hope, especially with, like, a big figure, somebody who's important, like you said, idolizes.
Yes.
So.
Well, with that, we're going to take a break and look at WMCM's promo.
Hey, can't find what you're looking for?
What?
You can find what you're looking for and more at WMCM. WMCM TV has plenty of shows you can view at your pleasure. There's Profile, where we interview people throughout the community. Or if you like sports, we have Sports Talk Live and Sports Scene. And if you're into celebrity gossip, that's why we have Afternoon Delight.
Well, that all looks great, but I'm on a computer, not a TV. I bet you guys don't have a way for me to watch this stuff on a computer.
Oh, we have that covered too. Just go to WMCMTV.com for all the updates.
Wow, that solves all my problems. Thanks, WMCM Genie.
All right, so we're back, and I think we have some really great information about a fight that recently happened.
It was a professional fight, of course.
Oh, yes, yes.
So you all are familiar with Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm, and it is known that Holly defeated Ronda of her undefeated streak, and we know there's been some tension going on between them. But actually, Holly has been defending Ronda's honor in the media because her fans have been jumping ship on her just because she lost that one fight, and she's saying that people are brutal, and she doesn't think anyone deserves that, and she doesn't wish that upon Ronda. So I think that's, like, awesome.
Yeah.
From what I've learned about this whole fight is that Holly Holm is an incredibly humble fighter, especially compared to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey always tries to start things out of nothing and make her competitors really angry, and she just didn't know what was even coming to her because in my opinion, Holly Holm definitely kicked her butt, and it was really cool to see.
Kicked her butt so bad that she couldn't leave the hospital.
Right.
So that is just scary. Actually, I wouldn't want to get in the ring with either of those two women.
Did you guys watch the fight, actually?
Yeah, I
You
did.
Did you watch
I couldn't.
it?
I don't have.
I watched the fight, and
There's a clip on Facebook.
Yeah.
I've seen
that
some
you
clips.
but it's like the whole fight, so you can watch
Okay.
the whole one. Look for that one.
I watched that one, and it's funny because Ronda Rousey is known for taking out her opponent right away in the first probably 20 seconds of every match, and this one she just could not keep up. And actually, after this whole fight happened and Ronda was defeated, she still went on to tweet, "This is not over," at Holly Holm. "I will get my rematch soon. Don't worry, I'll see you again, sweetheart. Hashtag UFC 193. And, you know, obviously she hasn't learned her lesson that she's not the best. Holly Holm is probably the best in the world at the moment, and she showed that this weekend.
Yeah, like definitely like watching the match, you can tell like Holly controlled everything, but like right from the get-go, like you kind of get the sense from like Ronda, she's just so arrogant and like cocky. Like she wouldn't even like tap gloves with Holly, and it's just like, can you not like acknowledge that Holly is like your like head level fighter? Like if you want to try to be the best, you got to be the best. And like I don't know if I would say Holly is the best, but because like, can you say the best? Because that changes all the time, especially with fighters. But Ronda definitely got it handed to her, and I'm like kind of happy because maybe she'll have more respect for other fighters and like what they do and their capabilities. Yeah.
But also that might make Ronda like a better fighter in the future too, because now she knows she can get beat. She can't just pin her opponent within 20 seconds, and she can learn from that fight. So we'll see the rematch then.
Yeah, because her average is only like 27 seconds.
Right.
For like everything. And they actually went into round 2 in this one, so I was just like, okay, like, does she even have the stamina or anything to continue a fight? Because she's never had it before. So
the announcers and everyone in the arena just knew that this was going to be a good fight because they even made it past the first round without being defeated yet. It's crazy to see. And even after Ronda Rousey was defeated, Holly Holm bent down. She tried to make sure if she was okay. She's just a very humble athlete and a great role model, I think, for children that like will ever want to be in the UFC in the future, just athletes in general.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
I have some news about One Direction. Harry Styles reveals that he will be cutting his hair for charity sometime in the future, which I think is pretty big because he's known for his hair.
is he? I'm not a huge One Direction fan.
I'm not either.
I was in freshman years.
Okay. That's
Stopped
okay.
after that, though.
That's okay, yeah. I mean, I think it's great that he's going to donate his hair, whether he's known for it or not. Like, I myself have had long hair for a long time, and, like, I recently just donated mine. But I do, like, a whole cycle of growing and donating, and I just think that's really great, especially for, like, celebrities, because maybe it'll encourage other people because people tend to follow celebrities. So maybe like, oh, so-and-so's doing it, I'll try it.
Yeah, I agree.
And on other news with the boy band, they just released their 5th album, and it's their first album without Zayn Malik, and it's called Made in the AM. So
Wait, who isn't in it?
Yeah,
Zayn Malik.
Who's that?
He's the darker
Plus.
one.
Yeah,
apparently, he has a perfectly symmetrical face.
Like Brad Pitt.
Oh, really? Does Brad Pitt have one too?
Yes, he's scientifically proven to be attractive.
Oh, yeah, like the more symmetrical.
Faces, right.
Oh, dang.
Well, that explains why Zayn was the most attractive member of One Direction. Now,
So he's no longer a member of One Direction.
yeah, I think he is making his own music.
Oh.
Yeah,
Does he have anything released yet, or?
I think so. I think he recorded his new music video recently, and he's just doing his own thing. I think the boy band just got a little too much for him, and maybe it wasn't even for him in the first place.
Well, speaking of boy bands, the original boy bands, Backstreet Boys, which is better than One Direction. Nick Carter, who was, the heartthrob of that band, he actually was a drug addict and alcoholic, and he is on Dancing with the Stars this season, and he actually comes out and talks about it and says that he had to confront his past, and he's okay talking about it, and that he's now okay with the person that he is today. So,
That's really good to see.
Yeah, coming from him, I'm just like, Backstreet Boys, you have my love.
Yep, I'm a Backstreet. Are you Backstreet, or are you
One Direction.
Or you just skip that whole phase and
I
you're
think I
One Direction?
skipped it. I mean, I know the hits, but
Okay.
I just never really got into it.
Okay,
believe
well,
you.
I think that's all we have for this week's edition of Afternoon Delight, and we'll see you guys next time.